Hi, welcome back to My Life Coach Sandra, the content and coaching platform where we talk all things mindset, anxiety, understanding your mindset, shifting your mindset. Also, you can live an anxious-free, fulfilled, very much life that is aligned with you. Hi, how are you? How have we all been? This platform is one of my favorites, so I always end up being a consumer rather than a creator. So I tend to watch loads of videos and realize, oh my gosh, I haven't posted in ages. My own video popped up on my own timeline. I was like, Sandra, you haven't posted in ages. But today is something that's been on my own heart, so I'm assuming it's probably on your heart as well, and something that you experience as well. Today we're going to be talking about overthinking and kind of how to overcome your overthinking ways within 5 minutes. Now, you ask, why do I want to talk about overthinking? I think I found myself definitely living in a lot of answered prayers, or living in the moment and figuring out kind of what's for me and what's not for me. And I've found myself overthinking a lot of things around career and life choices and just life generally, and thinking, have I made the right decision, and all the things I'm doing. And I was like, Sandra, stop for a second, just take a second, look around you. Things are working out and things are working in your favor. Breathe and let's keep it moving. So I'm going to share 5 tips that I think I've used or I'm going to use moving forward. Now, I've spoken about overthinking a lot on this platform, a lot on Instagram, a lot on TikTok, and I find it's something that will keep coming up in your life generally. And especially with overthinking, it's a journey that you're going to go on. We're always going to learn the same lessons over and over again until we understand, or until it becomes second nature to us to do better, be better. But that will take time, so don't put stress on yourself. So yeah, let's get right into it, and I hope you enjoy this video. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe, because that means that we get to grow this amazing platform. When it comes to, sorry if you can see a bit of there's just a reflection light. I don't know why I'm filming in this area. It makes no sense. These are just my walls and you can see everything, my whole life behind me, but who cares? The first thing I would tell you right now, and I think I'm also, how can I say this? I'm also a victim to it. I think we always love social media, and social media is so beautiful and so great and so amazing, but we always have to remind each other and ourselves that it is a highlight reel, and that for a lot of people it's their job, what they do, where they go, it's what they have to do. And I've found myself comparing a lot, and sometimes it's really embarrassing to say oh, you compare your life to someone else's, or you compare your stages to someone else's. But it's not that you necessarily care about what they're doing or how they're doing it, but it always holds a mirror up to kind of what you're doing for yourself, and you start to really overthink your choices, and you start to really overthink your destination and what you need to be doing and should be doing, and why you should be doing it, and who you should be doing it with. And do you see, I'm not even breathing when I say all of those things. So the first thing I would say is to get off social media as much as you can. I think social media is great, it's amazing. I absolutely love social media, and I wouldn't be on it if it wasn't important. And I wouldn't be using social media as a tool to share about mindset shifts and working on yourself and anxiety if it didn't matter. So social media matters, so don't take it as if get rid of it, don't use it. I think it's really important to be mindful of how you interact and use social media, and also what your personal state of mind is when you interact with certain platforms. So that's number 1. Get off social media, stop looking around and start looking within, or hold a mirror up to yourself. Kind of look at your feed a bit more. How about you look at your feed a bit more and watch yourself a bit more? Encourage yourself. If you want to do content creation, or if you want to be online, look back at yourself, watch your own videos. If you cringe at watching yourself, what's going on, my darling? What's going on? Enjoy yourself, enjoy your own voice, learn yourself, learn your point of view, learn how you like to create. Just learn more about you. Use social media to learn more about you and give you tools to be a better person and grow. So that's my tip. Either get off social media or use social media to your advantage. Make it work for you. So follow, interact with the people that you really want to, and kind of go from that. Get moving. Go do something. You're overthinking because you have time to overthink. You're overthinking because you have space in your day or a period of space where you're like, you've just got free time. And when you are not necessarily busy, and well, busy, yes, but not overwhelmed type of busy, you're doing stuff, you're moving your body, you're exercising, you're getting that blood flowing, you're less likely to overthink because you don't have the time to overthink. Not that overthinking is a luxury, because a lot of us do it and we're all bound to do it, but you are less likely to have that space and that time, and to give yourself or give your brain that space to start, like, you know, making up scenarios or doing random things. So get your body moving. Get up. If you would like, I'm not going to get out right now, but if you would like, you can get up while watching this video and just move your body and listen to it, and just listen to it like a podcast. You don't necessarily have to watch it. I would love you to watch it because, you know, outfits, and you know, I make an effort for you guys, but get yourself moving. That is number 2. Number 3 is connected to get yourself moving. Fill up your calendar. Let me repeat that. Fill up your calendar. My darlings, the biggest thing I think I've learned for myself is to do stuff, like live life, be present with yourself, be present with your friends, be present with your family, be present with strangers, build connection, build community. So fill your calendar. Is there an event coming up? Go to it. Is there something coming up that you're interested in? Go to it. Is there, you know, work that you could do outside? If you work from home, can you work from outside? Can you work from a coffee shop? Because again, you're giving your brain less time to overthink scenarios. You're giving yourself less time to sit and ruminate and think of all the potential bad or possibilities that could happen. Because when we overthink and ruminate, we're never really being positive with it. We're never overthinking the best. And I'm like, why do we do that? If you are going to overthink, try to overthink the best. But if you can't, fill up your calendar. Get moving. Do things with your day. Do things with your life. Do things that fulfill you and fill you with joy, because that's when you can kind of leave no space for that overthinking. So these are all like physical things that you can do and literal things that you can do just to like distract yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. People sometimes think distraction isn't you dealing with the situation, but when it comes to overthinking, what I found that really works, distraction is great, because you're kind of like, you like nip things in the bud really quick. You nip that thought in the bud, like, you are gone, I'm not dealing with you, see you later. Found that especially, like, I used to, sometimes I still do, I like overthink texts or reread them and think, oh my gosh, that doesn't make any sense, and then I edit. Thank God for the edit button. Like, whoever came up with that in WhatsApp iMessage, love you. Like, I love to edit my texts, but I will send a text that has like loads of errors. I will send that thing and hope for the best. And also, whoever created editing in Gmail, I love you so much. Like that undo send, best thing in the world. Anyway, but yeah, once you send something, send it out into the world, let it go, and go and do something else, because you're less likely to be like, oh my gosh, we're human, we're gonna make mistakes, and if something comes up and someone's confused about what you said, you can always kind of explain it, you can always, you know, resend, reshare, and learn from those mistakes, because, you know, the only way we learn is if we make mistakes. The only way we learn is if we do. The 4th thing is make those decisions. I feel like they're all linked, because I've just said, like, send those emails, send those texts, and leave them, go and do your thing. So yeah, make decisions, do things, and make sure you're connected to the decisions that you make. Have some conviction, have some belief in yourself, because if you, and this all comes with self-belief, self-doubt, so that's like a story and a video for another day. But when we're talking about overthinking, we're more likely to overthink when we don't have confidence in a particular area or confidence in a particular thing. When it comes to not having confidence, when it comes to external factors, start building confidence within yourself. Start building confidence in the choices that you make, the conversations that you have, the things that you apply for. Anything that's to do with you, have confidence in that. Because once you do that, you're able to have conviction and say, do you know what, whatever happens has nothing to do with me. I've done my part, I've let it out into the world, and then you can move on. So that's my thing, make decisions. So does that mean when you wake up in the morning, you don't want to overthink like your breakfast choices or your outfit choices? So make those decisions the day before, or make a decision the week of, kind of set a list and be like, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm doing it, and I'm going to stick to it, and that's, you're going to have conviction on those areas. And then you'll find yourself less likely to overthink, and you'll find yourself trusting your decision making and less likely to overthink about the little things. Of course, we're always, we're human. We're always going to, overthink the big things, but we're starting with the little things. So start being confident in your decisions and start making decisions. Once you said yes to that thing, it's a yes. Once you said no to that thing, it's a no. Move on. For my girlies and people that experience periods or kind of have hormonal cycles, some people experience hormonal cycles throughout the day, but some other people experience hormonal cycles that are monthly, and our cycles can also be dictated by, depending on where, like, I don't know much about star signs and things like that in our planet positions, but you know what, it's all connected. That's my belief and my opinion. It's all connected. Everything, the world, nothing is singular. Everything kind of connects. So what I would say would be to understand your cycle and listen to your cycle. Start learning about who you are and like what your internal journey is. If you experience a menstrual cycle or go through that, it's important to know what phase you're in. But on particular phases at particular times, you will find yourself being a lot more vulnerable, and you'll find yourself being a lot more I think not necessarily insecure, but also questioning yourself and feeling low mood, and you'll find yourself overthinking a lot more depending on what phase you're in. Figuring out and understanding your cycle and how your body and your mind reacts within those specific times within your cycle, because that's when you'll start to understand, okay, when should I be making decisions? When is it my cycle and my hormones and not me? Because sometimes it's never you. Sometimes it's just your hormone balances, and whether it's imbalanced or balanced, where you are in your cycle. So all those things are connected. It's never just you. You're never overthinking to a point where you are like, you're not crazy, and I don't want anyone to ever define themselves as crazy. Something is always going on, something internal structures are always changing and maneuvering. So yeah, understand your cycle. That's number 5. I really hope that was kind of helpful. I'm going to take a lot of them, like a lot of them I kind of already implemented into my life, understanding my cycle. I'm always on, for example, my Flow app, making sure like, oh, where am I? And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That's why I was crying. Oh, that's why I was thinking about that thing too much. And then I really like kind of taking steps back from social media and be like, oh, this is why I enjoy following this person. If I don't enjoy interacting with that person, then I won't interact with them as much, or just choose if and when. Everybody's page is theirs. They can do what they want on their page, and you can do what you want on yours. So don't, start projecting onto other people. This is our thing. This is your thing. We're going to deal with it. We're going to, live our best life, and we're going to work on ourselves. Honestly, to end, don't beat yourself up too much when it comes to overthinking. It's part of life. We're all human and we all do it. Whether you're an anxious person or whether you're someone who feels as though they're secure in their decisions and secure within themselves, it can be difficult. It is a journey, and you will, overthink things at times, because we do want to do our best. We do want to put our best foot forward. But understand that you can only put your best foot forward by understanding what isn't your best, what you're not good at, what hasn't gone right and what hasn't gone well, and then you can learn from there. So yeah, it's all learning. We're all just students of life. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and yeah, it's more sit down. Let me know what you prefer, whether it's the vlogs, the quick sit downs, the tips, whatever. I'm happy to share and post and do a bit of everything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully see you in the next one.